Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your reading. This reading is for June 1st through the 15th. Mars is in Leo, and we are all feeling it. So I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to see which energy you are currently moving away from, what energy is currently around you, and the energy that you guys are moving towards. So with Mars and Leo, it's going to affect everybody a little bit differently. But for you guys, there's a real big call to your daily routine, perfecting your craft around whatever it is that you want to do, more in a creative sense, so to speak, but doesn't have to be. Just more about how are you showing up on a daily basis? What does your routine look like? How is that supportive too of the path that you want to go? What would be a more supportive routine on the daily basis to get to where you want to go? And as I was meditating and dropping into this space, I just kept saying magic in the mundane. There's magic in the mundane. So we feel sometimes like our daily routine, it gets kind of old, it gets boring. Yeah, okay, whatever. I wake up, I might do yoga, I might, whatever our routine is, I go to work, I have to do all the things, and we kind of lose that magic. We lose touch with our routine. But our routine is built, it builds day by day, day after day, it gets stronger. And so that's why it's so hard to create a new routine, is because when we've been doing our old routine and everything feels so natural, so that when we do something different, we feel like we need kind of like a like training wheels or something. So the energy that you guys are moving away from is the Fool. So this lets me know that there's something that you guys kind of just recently started to do that's a little bit new. Maybe you guys have been looking at your routine a little bit. Maybe you are trying some new things. Maybe a new opportunity has happened for you. So you guys have just kind of had like something new, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing something that's kind of come in. And I feel like for some of you, it's a little bit uncomfortable. You guys are kind of feeling a little bit like things are a little bit wonky, but like I said, getting a new routine in place, stepping away from things that we are comfortable, familiar with, it just takes time to have that new routine feel a little bit familiar. Knight of Swords. They're just saying really be mindful of your thoughts. A lot of this narrative and a lot of our daily routine, like if you do work out, half of like the hardest part is just showing up. But once you roll out that yoga mat, for whatever reason, they keep showing me yoga. So if you roll out that yoga mat and just get started, it's really that kind of beginning. It's that showing up is really the hardest. But then once you get there and you start to get into the flow, it becomes easier, right? You get into it and then you're glad that you did it. It's that kind of energy around starting these new routines, starting these new things, having new ways of maybe verbally speaking to yourself, to others. And Queen of Pentacles. I feel like with this, you guys see where you want to be, and you see, what goals that you are after, and you want to attain them. But for some, it just feels a little bit challenging to get there. So start with baby steps. Like, yes, you might have a goal of wanting to do handstands or whatever and have it be effortless, but maybe your arm strength is really poor. So you have to really work on your arms, and it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to take you a while, but putting in the time, putting in the effort, showing up every single day, that's what the Queen of Pentacles understands. She understands things take time. She understands the hard work, the dedication, the showing up on the daily basis, small changes every single day, because it's really requiring you guys to really pay attention to your own inner strength right now, to really kind of take on these new things as really being part of your daily dedication to yourself, your to-do list, which I know you guys are not fans of. You're not fans of a to-do list unless you're feeling super inspired, and then you're all about it, but that inspiration has to be there. And so there is a sense to charge forward, but when the inspiration strikes, right? When the inspiration is not there, this chariot's not going nowhere. It's going to stay right where it wants to stay. But there's that there's that calling to kind of overcome those little slumps, right? So Page of Swords, they're just saying like discovering new ideas, discovering new ways to think about things that allow you to start bringing in these new narratives, these new ways of talking to yourself and encouraging yourself. For some, you have to be your own cheerleader, and it's really hard to get that inspiration to happen, but be your own cheerleader is what they're saying. Be the voice that you need to hear for yourself, and really allow yourself and allow your imagination and your thoughts and your mind to really start to develop some new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing things, new ways of narrating around things. The Death card. You guys are going through a transformation. Like, there is a transformation that is on the way. It's almost kind of like, I don't mean it to be like, to not sound empowering, like you don't have any say in this, but there's just this sense that there's just some things that need to change, that need to shake loose. You guys know it. And there's a real sense of this relationship with yourself, really paying attention to yourself and what you need. So the Lovers is here, which can talk about a relationship with another person. But what I'm really picking up on in this read is really about the relationship that you have with yourself, how you're relating to yourself, how are you taking care of yourself, how are you nurturing yourself, all of the ways that you relate to yourself. How do you care for yourself in all of the ways that you need to be cared for? So there's just this real sense of really getting dedicated to yourself, not to sound selfish, but there's just this transformation that's taking place for you right now. And there's just a real calling to answer this call from Spirit. So Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands, really going after the things that make you happy, regardless of what is going on around you. What are the things that you're passionate about? What are the things that you think about a lot? And how can you dedicate yourself to a practice that will start to embody what this life looks like? And it can be really challenging when we don't have an idea of what that life looks like. So try to find inspiration from, the internet. Try to think of like your favorite artist. Try to think of something that you find inspirational that will help you kind of be your own cheerleader when you get into those spaces of not feeling the inspiration, not feeling inspired, not feeling driven, not feeling like the Knight of Wands that wants to go out and quest and go after what they want and has that energy. How can you inspire that motivation within yourself to make that happen? Where is that coming from? And that's what Spirit is really wanting to have you kind of look at right now, is your to-do list. And they're not saying that you have to work every single day. Like, it's good to have rest days. It's good to take breaks. It's good to allow yourself to just be in quiet spaces, especially for creative types. We need to meditate. We need to be in quiet spaces. We need to unplug from the internet. We need to just allow ourselves to be, so that those creative, and inspiration can come into us, right? Like, so that Spirit has like a moment of quiet in our being where it can come in and be like, hey, here's your next, spark of inspiration. Here's your next, little bit of drive, that little fire under your tuchus to kind of get you going, because there's magic for you guys to create. And allowing yourself to go through this process, embrace the new, go through the transformation, it really is going to unlock some magic for you guys. And growth, it can be challenging and hard and it feels uncomfortable, but it's so beautiful at the end, okay? So I really hope that something... Oh, wait, let's pull a card. Let's pull, before I forget, I'm going to pull a love note. I almost just signed off. Nope, we got to do a love note. Hold on, we're doing a love note. Okay. Because there's a real sense that you guys have a lot of creative magic and things within you that need to be shared. It's just a matter of finding that inspiration. And I'm so glad I remembered to pull these because these are exactly some extra things that I wanted to say. So, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Boy, that almost just says everything that we need to say right there on that card. Kind of going back to those spaces when we don't have like a something to relate to in our own life that allows us to feel these feelings, try to find that inspiration from others. Try to find that inspiration just from knowing that you're worthy. Even if you don't understand that you're worthy, you really have to go and dig deep to find these things. Find creative ways to creatively solve these roadblocks that you have around healing and allowing yourself to feel worthy. My capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Because sometimes when we can't see our way forward, we're not understanding, we're feeling cut off from the universe, we don't have those things to compare what things can be like to past experiences. Really, faith and trusting the universe is really sometimes the only thing we really can hold on to. And happiness is my birthright. Yes. You deserve all of the happiness in the world, no matter what any past circumstances have made you feel like. So I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of light, and really encourage you to step up to that to-do list that I know you guys are not fans of. But beautiful things will happen if you do. And I really want beautiful things for you. So if something in that message resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.